Mr. President, the United Nations General Assembly has always played a central role in addressing decolonization. It goes to the credit of the General Assembly that a large number of colonies gained their independence as a result of its continued action. Yet, that work is not complete, regrettably. There remain some remnants of colonization which need to end. One such situation is that of Mauritius, which suffered from an unlawful excision of its territory before its independence in 1968. In the advisory opinion rendered pursuant to the request by the General Assembly in Resolution 71-292, the International Court of Justice has found that the Chagos archipelago was an integral part of Mauritius at the time of its detachment, and that, in view of its unlawful excision, the decolonization process of Mauritius was not lawfully completed upon its accession to independence. The court also concluded that the United Kingdom's administration of the Chagos archipelago is an unlawful act of a continuing character and should be brought to an end as rapidly as possible. The General Assembly promptly adopted, with an overwhelming majority, Resolution 73-295 on 22nd May 2019. This gives practical effect to the advisory opinion of the International Court of Justice and demands that the UK withdraw its colonial administration from the Chagos archipelago unconditionally within a period of no more than 6 months. The resolution also recognizes the right of return of the former inhabitants of the Chagos archipelago who were forcibly removed by the United Kingdom, a point to which Mauritius is strongly committed. Mr. President, we therefore expect that, given its commitment to the rule of law and respect for the International Court of Justice and the United Nations, the United Kingdom will give effect to the findings of the advisory opinion and withdraw its administration from the Chagos archipelago unconditionally by the 22nd November 2019, as requested by the General Assembly. We also look forward to the report of the Secretary General on the overall implementation of Resolution 73-295. Mr. President, Mauritius is deeply grateful to all member states for the overwhelming support they gave in favor of that resolution. This is a testimony to the great importance that member states attach to the need to complete the decolonization of Mauritius and their respect for international institutions, including the International Court of Justice and the rule of law in international relations. We look forward to member states' continued support and cooperation with the United Nations so that our decolonization can be rapidly completed and a program for the resettlement in the Chagos archipelago of Mauritian nationals, in particular those of Chagosian origin, can be implemented by Mauritius. Mr. President, as regards the island of Tromela, which also forms an integral part of the territory of Mauritius, we call for the early resolution of the dispute over the island in the spirit of friendship that has always characterized the relationship between Mauritius and France. Mr. President, we are living in an increasingly complex environment. The challenges confronting mankind require greater collaboration, coordination, and commitment. A principled and effective multilateral system offers a unique platform to tackle global and local challenges that appear to grow in scale and complexity. The celebration of the 75th anniversary of the United Nations next year should be an opportunity for us to reaffirm our strong commitment to the United Nations ideals and the United Nations Charter's entrenched principles of sovereign equality and respect for the territorial integrity of states and the non-interference in the internal affairs of member states. Mr. President, to conclude, I would like to emphasize that we all have a role to play. Young people, women, the private sector, civil society, developed and developing countries alike must come together to address our common concerns. Mr. President, distinguished delegates, thank you for your kind attention.
En nombre de la Asamblea General.
On behalf of the General Assembly, I wish to thank His Excellency, the Acting President of the Republic of Mauritius, for the statement just made. May I request representatives to remain seated while we greet the Head of State.